This that began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine. Now, I wish that I could relate that the crisis has been exaggerated.
Oh my god, they even spelled it F-A-R-O like the card game.
Have not responded to and by all signs, they
okay, in universe, diegetically, it's like you think about it like this guy's like, alright, this is my Kopesh model, this is my Horus model, this is my Pyramids of Giza model. People are like nodding like, oh, interesting, okay, okay. And then with one of them it clicks that this guy's last name is Pharaoh. And they kind of look at the rest to see if they've got it yet. And like finally someone else like kind of their eyes widen and they immediately look at the first person and they just start nodding at each other silently. And everyone's at lunch like, so his name's Pharaoh, so everything's okay. Wow. Alright. Great.
Then you wonder, like, did he just decide at one point to lean into that, or
did he arrive at this marketing decision when he was 8 years old?
Like, would this be the equivalent of like Elon Musk doing a perfume line?
Just like ox themed?
Yeah.
Just various bodily secretions, that's all it needs to be.
The scent of musk.
So did you get what was going on in that last audio log?
Oh god, no. Well, I got it. Actually, I did accidentally get a gist of what was happening there.
Oh crap! Oh boy. Huh? How about that? Well, while we're climbing back up, I'll kick it back on again here.
All right, fair enough.
They engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine.
Unauthorized offensive operations against robots. Yeah, that's capitalism for you.
Exaggerated, but it's not.
So basically,
Peacekeepers have
clarify
not
that
responded to
statement.
stand-down codes, and by all signs, they appear to be replicating at a precipitous rate. Now, what I can promise, can absolutely assure you, is that I am already devoting every possible resource towards reaching a speedy conclusion to this issue. So when you hear the bad talk about us against this company in the days,
maybe weeks to come. Yeah, it's not gonna blow over a week. Maybe a few weeks.
When none of this will matter.
Yep, definitely weeks.
That a day's coming when none of this will. Did you say none of this will matter, or none of this will be remembered?
None of this will matter.
You never want to say that. That's ominous.
No. I feel like something's wrong with your
ominous.
jump button, or the way you're jumping.
No, that's the way the jumps in this game work sometimes. It's just like, oh, actually, I'm just gonna fall now. Don't mind me.
You know, I actually just heard the news today. It seems my life is gonna change.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay, but you know what? That was enough. I just gave you a little taste of it.
You're gonna fucking tease all the viewers who are expecting the full-on fucking Rutskarn single.
It occurred to me that I would be singing it directly into your ear hole.
Oh, so you care about that now.
You know what? You know. It also occurred to me that I'm within punching range.
They ate the Dolphins, by the way.
Yeah, oh boy.
Yeah, so I want you to like start putting this together. So they're took you a second to figure out what I said there, didn't it?
Oh, just like, oh yeah, they ate the Dolphins. That makes sense. And I'm just like thinking about like being the PR guy that day. Just like Jesus fucking Christ.
That was the PR guy.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing. That's like the make your game about that email. Just like, oh my god, because not to keep like harping on this theme, but I just had this mental image. Like it just. Can I ask you an honest question? Like, even if you enjoy fine Tesla products, can you not imagine a photograph of Elon Musk grinning as he eats a dolphin?
Oh, man.
Spreading across the internet.
Yes.
And like an instant shitstorm breaking out everywhere it comes up.
Or better yet, the tweet storm following the fact that all of the Teslas have driven out into the ocean and are now eating the dolphins.
Yeah, so like, kind of before we start this, I want you to kind of like start putting this together. So they made war robots that are automated. Yeah. They have the ability to consume biomass for fuel and materials, and they also have the ability to self-replicate.
Yeah. Okay.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed.
Something else you're kind of missing with the
I assume your data confirms this.
fact that you can't hear the audio here.
This promises to be interesting.
Okay.
Which,
It's Ashley.
yeah, it's Ashley Birch is also
I
Elizabeth
Ted.
Sobek's
Screwed something up so
voice
big
actress.
you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a
So
glitch.
weird that they don't do any cinematic stuff here.
You know, I almost said chariot earlier. Just like when I was coming up with Egyptian-sounding things.
Well, yep, that's the Corruptors.
Yeah,
As long
okay.
as we would.
Turns out later that he has a facility called Thebes.
Not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue,
Jeez,
Ted?
what a thebaboo.
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not.
I like how the
Ted.
hologram is like
Apocalyptic. You built a
halfway
line of
into the
killer
chair.
robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
very much Elon Musk.
Self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean.
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean.
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you
Oh, and
recommend,
also
I'll
they have the
do.
Corruptor robots who are able to override other
Then hold me
robots.
to that, Ted.
And
This is really interesting. I wonder how it goes.
The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth, but somehow she defeated them.
Somehow she defeated
The world
them.
of the Dolphins
Okay.
fell life
I
alone.
guess. Yeah, okay, I guess she's right. Somehow all life did not end on Earth.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz.
Oh god, they cut off the bottom half
If
of
there were a
her
nicer way to fix
torso
her mess, I
and
would've
strapped her to a
proposed it.
table.
This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Did we get the name drop here?
Sign it.
We
I
he already
signed
said
it
Zero
on.
Dawn.
Yes,
Oh,
you
did he?
can.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Liz, I cannot.
So
in
we're
good
what? Some
conscience
kind of
say
Horizon
that.
Zero Dawn?
You've got a choice.
That's my favorite stupid running
I
joke.
know.
I'm speaking
It's so
from
bad.
VTOL and
Yeah,
we're
Suicide
US
Squad.
Command.
So we're what? Some kind of Suicide Squad.
In
Oh
15 minutes, I'll meet
god.
with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What?
So we're what? Some kind of stupid man.
Now your choice is what I tell you. Sign, and I'll tell you
That doesn't even fit into the movie. Like, will Tom Cruise say that to his lawyer buddy? So we're the few good men.
No,
Would that be Jack Nicholson saying?
that's
a
what he
few-
says. That's what he says when he was on the stand. So we're what? Some kind of a few good men.
You don't have to threaten me.
That was Sorkin, wasn't it?
I'll sign.
It probably was.
It was.
It's.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't like Sorkin.
Look on the bright side, Ted.
I feel like the speeches in
From here
that
on out,
film
you
are
get to
pretty
do what you've
decent
always
Yeah.
as
wanted.
go. Like, I think that's kind of
Someone
before
that Bill will always
Sorkin
get their hands
started
dirty.
drinking his own Kool-Aid.
Before I like I embarrass myself. Let me double fact check something. But okay.
What made her solution so terrible?
You are missing a bit of the
Why did she
exposition.
stop the robots.
That's fine.
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
Okay.
Thanks for opening the elevator. There we go.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You know what? I was mistaken.
You should
I
really
don't
try
hate
talking
Darren
that way to
Sorkin. I
me
was gonna
face to
confuse David
face.
Fincher.
As
Oh.
you wish.
I hate David Fincher. Yeah, there he
Do
is.
you really have no idea?
Oh yeah, Lance
How
Reddick.
monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy?
Guardian.
I expected more of you.
So, you have a face.
I like that you keep going to the Destiny character
All the
instead of
questions you could ask
fucking
right now, that's
the
the one you choose.
bellhop in John Wick.
I've spent
Not Cedric
decades
Daniels
teaching the
from The
rules
Wire?
of the old ones,
Would
trying
that
to
not be
solve
like the
mysteries what
go-to
happened to them.
performance?
Or the guy from
The Wire, I
the
guess.
Lost.
I haven't seen The Wire,
Destroy
but
civilization.
Yeah.
He was in Lost.
Confirm it. And in minutes,
no, nobody
uncover
wants to
more ancient
remember
knowledge
Lost.
I understand he was in
and
Fringe.
what you want to know is my name.
Oh, if you can give me that show.
Silence. That's my name.
His name is Silence.
Why don't you try asking another question?
This game has a problem with names. I got Aloy, Rost, Silence, Ted Farrow.
You know what it is? If he was named Silence, I wouldn't give a shit. It's fine. But, like, the fact that there's a subtitle, and I can see that they spelled Sylens.
Yeah. The guy who worships the sun and is a sun god fanatic is called Helis.
It's not...
What do we want to pick here? He tends to respond better to intellectual things.
Yeah, because
So-
he's...
Yeah.
All right, Silence. You've made your point.
Also, like, she at one point makes a joke about his name being Silence, so, like, she's aware of
I
that.
don't understand my connection to her. Or why the Eclipse is trying to kill me. Or who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Exactly. Which is why it's time to expand your frame of inquiry. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
Not being able to hear the dialogue really makes
Exactly
the
what
animation
you're
problem a
talking
little bit more pronounced.
It is.
Yeah.
Personal riddle.
See, it's been like that for me too, because this is on a delay, because I'm listening to
Common
this
thread
over here,
is
so,
your connection to Elizabeth is so
like, his
But what
lips
is
are
that
not
connection?
matching what he's saying
Oh my
when I
God.
watch
My
the...
mother, if
It's
she
just a
was
never-ending
sensitive
rabbit
enough.
hole of things that our setup fucks up. Like,
Yeah.
on a basic level.
It's nuts, because I can't, like, listen to this with headphones, because if I put headphones in, then the audio just goes to the headphones, and I don't capture with the capture card. So,
Happen. The old
Oh
one
my God.
civilization was destroyed, but
Oh,
life,
this is amazing.
life was saved.
Obviously.
they don't have any, like, audio mixing settings in the settings menu, because why would they?
How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
How long have we been recording?
An hour and 17 minutes since we started the stream, and it took us about, like, 10 minutes to get going there, so we're a little over time, but not too bad.
Sounds good.
Then why are you still standing here?
Not so fast.
We have
Silence.
questions.
You've got some explaining to do.
Questions that need
I've
answering.
told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop
This is
wasting
way
your
too
time.
many lines of dialogue to get us to the question menu.
You said
That's
you've
just
known
like
for
that's
some
just like
time before war machines destroyed the
a
civilization
game
of the
writing
Alliance.
criticism
The
there.
evidence
Like if we say I've got questions, that should really just like go straight to the
I never
questions.
knew the full scope of
Everything
it.
that just happened was
If
pointless.
they could
In
process
between
organic matter
us hitting
to
I have
fuel
questions and us
forest
finding
plants
our
to
questions.
manufacture more robots.
In fairness, Silence is
Cauldron of
extremely
But the robots we've
irate
seen so
about
far,
everything,
the corruptors
so...
and Deathbringers,
Yeah, but if that doesn't have a
they don't
consequence
teach us
within the actual dialogue menu,
Yeah.
there's no point in presenting it.
So far, we haven't encountered any that are
Also,
undead.
Silence is, like, super fucking smart. Like, ridiculously, almost unrealistically so. Like, just barely within the level of believability. He kind of...
You've been getting
We're gonna learn
free
stuff
ride
about
on
him.
this, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is
Like, he's already, like, independently put together a lot of the stuff that Aloy confirmed here.
And
Yeah.
answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following
Also,
orders.
the other villain
Hades.
is
Who else?
Hades.
Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse
And
described him as a buried shadow.
I'll say this, not the last Greek god we're going to encounter in this video game. I'll say that much.
Lord have mercy.
It didn't
There
seem
is at
like
least a
person.
better explanation for that.
More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
all that's certain is that he...
In fact, I've already mentioned, we've already talked about it before with the cauldrons being run by Hephaestus.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Hades is using the eclipse to resurrect feral robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super...
So you think you've kind of pretty much figured out what's up with Aloy at this point?
Well, yeah, she's like a clone or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay, I need to communicate to all the viewers at home how little investment I have in understanding this game's world. So I take it's not necessarily a criticism that I guessed it like that, but yeah.
I mean, it gives you a lot of points where if you're really paying attention at all, it's pretty obvious. Like she opens a door with a DNA lock and is identified as Elizabeth Sobek. Well, how do you do that?
It's
Either
really
you're an identical twin or you're a clone.
It's like the only explanation of like this game makes a little too much sense for it to be just like you're a descendant.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're a clone.
Mercifully, the game does not belabor this point for too much longer.
It was actually hilarious because you're asking me like, so have you figured out? And I was all ready to say, fuck no, I haven't figured shit out.
See, I was actually in the middle. In the middle of this sequence that we just did with the holograms, I was having fun having my Aloy step right through the hologram Aloy to see if they were the same size and like comparing their face in photo mode and stuff.
She's taking a selfie with Hollow Aloy.
An explorer of forbidden places, a searcher of lost knowledge. Exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about
Normally I wouldn't waste too much time on these questions, but like this is all important stuff, so...
If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't.
Oh yeah, we finally have a name for the cultists. It's not just the cultists, which is the Eclipse.
You've been using my focus to spy on
for the sun cultists,
How is that
the Eclipse.
Every focus emits a signal,
okay.
a voice that only other focuses
I'm on board.
can
Ish.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's like that on the nose that we can make fun of so far with the names in this game.
Years of study and experimentation.
But I think that's it.
I just
want to point out this is the second. So, when you break down today's gameplay, I would say probably half of it has been exposition.
Yeah, this is I wasn't exaggerating when I said there are just like exposition dungeons.
Expedition to exposition.
The next one, no, the one after the next one, there will be also fighting interspersed in the middle of it, and it turns out that actually makes it much worse.
Like, when you break down the time of this game, which we spent camera A, camera B, with backstab at the beginning. Camera A, camera B was Lance Reddick. And then just like listening to audio logs in the dungeon. I feel like that's a lot of what you did today.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as bad when you're doing it on your own time and not trying to make a show out of it. I will point that out. Like, it's like when you're playing Mass Effect, you might not care too much about spending 30 minutes trolling through the codex, but obviously you don't do that when you're playing a fucking game for streaming or the Let's Play channel. We could take the elevator, but we're actually going to go up. We have something to pick up here. Okay. Up, damn you. Up.
Is
up,
it
I say.
candy?
I think if you ate it, you would die, so kind of.
I swerved. So in conclusion, I think the main thing we can take away from today's episode is that David Fincher over-relies on the hero who's right and has to be assertive in the face of everybody thing that he has fondness for, and it really damages just about every project he's seriously involved with.
I mean, I feel like Sorkin does that a lot too. I mean, The West Wing is kind of full of that shit.
I actually just have not seen anything by Aaron Sorkin particularly, so I've seen David Fincher stuff. I've watched Mindhunter, and I've never felt more vindicated in my entire critical life, because I was watching the first episode, and it gets to a point where he's like exchanging like bon mots with a lady at a bar, and I'm like, this is terrible.
What the fuck was that?
And then I continued watching the show, and like it started getting into these side plots where, like, the interesting stuff is undercut by, like, the department says he shouldn't do it, but he tells them, no, I'm going to keep doing it, and you're going to watch me do it. You know why? Because I'm right, and because you're wrong, and you're going to find out I'm right. Because you need me. You need me to do this. I'm done listening to you. I don't answer to you anymore. And I thought to myself, this feels like a dumbass David Fincher thing.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Then I looked it up. Oh, yes.
Yeah!
Fitting end. Now let's go eat.
Yep. You want to come get food with us, Chris?
No, you guys
just
are going to, like,
stuff yourself into the
microphone.
microphone. No, we're going to Japanese.
Oh, man.